you show two high safeties, where's the quarterback going to put the ball? Right? Again, they teach him, put it in between the numbers. Right? If he sees single high safety, the quarterback's taught what? Put the ball outside the numbers. And so if we show single high, who knows like where the ball is going, right? Like the whole entire world knows. So we're showing single high, the corners on the outside go, I know the ball's coming to me, right? Again, the weak hook defenders and the hook defenders know, again, this is how they're going to try to attack us. And so either way it goes, it's really truly predicated upon what the teaching is, and that's where the value comes in. So fellas, hey, when we're given this look, the quarterback is taught this. So no one understands this is how they're going to try to attack us. Again, when we're given this look right here, again, the quarterback is being taught this, right? And then that's how the nuances and things of that nature really work. So the value goes both ways. We can show you one thing, dictate where you're going to go to ball, or we can show you another thing, and then now try to create the confusion there. So show this look, end up here, all that. So again, that's the circular motion of it. That's how it ends up working.
That's a lot of this time of year.
That's what this is about. That's where the teaching comes into play. Again, this is what the quarterback is taught, right? So it's like a big part of us teaching defense is truly teaching offense.
When you got the call to interview, did you first talk with Ryan, or how did that process kind of play out?
I've been talking to Ryan since 1997, right? So it's like, so it's a long, extensive history there. Now I love that guy. I truly look at him as a family member. So obviously, again, we're always talking. So the first call came from him, and then obviously again, heard from Coach Peterson, heard from Doug, and look, it's a natural, easy transition for me.
At that point, was Corey also? Did you know that Corey might possibly be part of the staff as well, or did that come maybe a little bit after?
So this is personal. I'm not ever going to speak for Ryan in this case. Coach Robinson is good on any staff that I'm a part of, ever, for the history and remainder of my life as a football coach. That's how I feel about him. I trust him watching my children.
When did that start?
So 2 years ago, right? Again, we were able to form a connection there in New Orleans, and again from there, it's like when you recognize your responsibility, coming into a room, and it's either we're teaching or we're not, right? So it's either we're developing or we're not, right? And that's all you can hope for, right? Again, is to be with people of integrity who are secure in who they are as people and that are connected in the mindset of, again, being a developer, right? Because it's truly about developing people. The worst thing in the world to be around are people that are insecure. Again, insecure men are dangerous men.
What were your thoughts on Jarian and DeAndre throughout the process, and what have been your impressions since you've got them on the field working with them?
Yeah, so again, size, speed, length. Another huge attribute is coverage intensity, right? It's okay to it's really cool to be really fast, but if the intent isn't to get into phase, into proper position with the receiver, then what's all that speed for, right? And so it's just that type of mentality and intensity. And that drive to compete, right, and be successful on every down. So again, those are guys with super athletic and really good speed, right? They're both 4'3" guys. Again, they got height, they got length, they got size, and so they're really cool for the profile fit. Yeah. So it's we don't control every circumstance, right? But we do control our every thought. And so the soft tissue injuries, whatever took place last year, right? Again, all that stuff has to be wiped clean, right? So it's a clean slate. I think he's one of the finer athletes that I've been around throughout my coaching career here. It's kind of just the way he's able to run and transition. He's got a bit of a perpetual motion thing. Obviously, again, he's been a state champion here. As a 100-meter runner, 10-3. Like that's incredibly valuable. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird, So it's just like when you're able to watch an athlete again in motion and things of that nature, right? Again, he's got that proverbial ball type movement to where he's not a hesitant, stiff type guy. Right? Again, he's just rolling. He's just rolling. So The big thing is always going to be, and this for everyone a part of the secondary who's covering, right? Again, it's just going to be, again, eye discipline, the level of intensity. Again, once we figure out the direction that the wide receiver's going, and staying true to that, right? Again, so not allowing our eyes to come up and drift and key the quarterback and all that type of stuff. So again, that in particular has just been going. It's training for everyone. Again, not more in particular for him, but. Just being able to watch a guy, again, same, right? So you see the profile here: height, length, speed, size, all that type of stuff, man. It's getting him at the line of scrimmage. How many guys can actually run past him? That sort of stuff, you know. So just helping him, teaching him, utilize his skill set, keeping his eye discipline, again, staying true to his strength, and then watching him maximize it.
So physically, you think he's a good scheme fit?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're like everyone in the room right now, like has got a chance to bring value to our football team.
A little bit on background, sorry if I'm wrong, but were you connected to any positions here in the past, like Legion of Boom connections when Gus Bradley was here? Was there ever any potential crossover and interviewed or anything?
With whom?
Jacksonville.
Has it been before in the past?
Just for you?
No, this was first opportunity.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't know if misremembered your name.
Yeah.
Maybe people loaded.
Oh, okay, right on. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
How's your relationship been with the room? The DBs are a pretty unique group, I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Just so far, how you feel like they've taken it, how that transition's been going?
Yeah, humble, hardworking, you know, again, intense, fun, right? Fun, and that's kind of the idea, right? Is that we all understand like what's fun in football, okay? Because again, everybody wants to have fun, but like losing ain't fun, you know. And so I think the awesome part about it is you know, like what we don't talk about is winning, right? Like that's the known factor, right? And the thing to talk about is the unknown factor, and it's the how to, right? Or the thing that we need to consistently lock into, and it's the how to. And I think that's the really cool part about the room, is to where that everyone in the room knows and understands, right? Again, what our end goal is, right? Again, it's to be the last team standing, right? And so now that's not important. The important part is how we're going to be that team, how we're going to be that unit that's going to end up being the last team standing. And I think that's where the collective decision of the guys in the room, right? Again, that focus and that singular mindset has been really cool to watch it grow.
You've been in this position before where you're coming into a new team.
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficult to kind of, obviously they went through something at the end of last season that wasn't great, and to get them on board and get them moving towards something a little bit different? Do you feel like they were really open to that right out of the gate, or is that something you kind of have to work towards?
Yeah, I feel it's really open throughout the gate, right? And it's like just like any time that you're establishing a relationship, right? Again, is just recognize a genuine, true value, you know, of the person, stand up and perform, and that's all that you can do. You know, again, you got to stand up there. There has to be a firm validity, right? Again, and what we believe and what we know. And then there has to be, again, the validation has to come within the expertise of the teaching and the coaching. If they don't intermingle, if it's not intertwined, if there's no mesh there, then I think that's where a lot of the conflict kind of comes into play, you know, because again, you're going to demand excellence, but if we're not teaching excellence, then how could we ever demand it? We don't control every circumstance, but we do control our every thought. You know, and if we're allowing ourselves to think about something that we can't control, we're wasting energy. You know, so again, we do not want to allow any energy to be wasted. We're going to stay locked in. Again, coach our technique, right? Again, coach our principles, and again, watch him on game day. Stay true to him, right? Again, it's been pretty cool to watch him thus far.
The cornerback room depth is kind of all over the place, because obviously you have Tyson entering year 4, has been at times ranked top 10, top 15.
Yep.
Ronald's the veteran, and you've
Yep.
got kind of that crop of the younger guys,
Yep.
Buster, Greg, Christian, all guys that kind of do different things at different stages. Kind of walk us through each of those guys, and knowing that in theory, as you guys like to say, every position, they're working every day competing for a starting spot.
Yeah.
What you've seen from those younger guys in particular.
Yeah, so I'm going to share this about the whole of the unit and the group, and it's that everyone is working to make sure that each and every single person is at their best. And that's where the true value is. Like, it's going to be competitive, you know, regardless of, again, the position, corner, nickel, and whoever the person is. And I think the guys have done a really good job of understanding what being a great teammate is, right? And that's, again, collectively as a unit, right? Again, is if you go out there and you do everything to be your best, and I go out there and do everything to be my best, right? Now we're all strength, all right? But if I see you falter, all right, again, am I humble enough? Am I willing to help you grow, to be even better? And so, like, that's what this unit is. And that's the most important part of this unit thus far, is the fact that everyone is bought into one another about being a great teammate, about challenging each other, and about everybody being their best. You know, 'cause again, if we can't keep everybody, then we create value for other teams to come and get them. So that's the unit as a whole. Like, individually, it doesn't really exist. Again, collectively, the unit as a whole, that's what's represented.
Kris, what's the challenge when you don't have, or when you have guys that are going to play full spots?
Thank you.
You know what I mean? There's no one knows what it's going to look like. The pieces are still getting put together. So what's the challenge, both for you as an assistant coach, and especially for some of those young guys that are probably just trying to figure out where the hell they are?
Yeah, it's doing what we coach, right, and then doing it to the best of your ability, all right, and then allowing the decision to be made in the end. And so, again, our responsibility is to find the guys, again, that can do what we're asking and then put them in a proper position, right? So as we're doing the mix and match, or, again, all the stuff that we're doing out there, again, it's just staying locked in, right, again, and the guys that can play at a multitude of positions, again, we all know that this is a more that you can do league, right? And so just stay locked in, right? Again, we're installing a brand new defense as we know it. Stay locked into the principles, stay locked into the teaching, right? Again, just keep working, just keep doing right, and all the little thing and all the little nuances, right? Again, that's going to help us maximize this defense. Again, everybody just stay locked into it and continue to work. You know, just continue to work, right? Because, again, like, it's not a finished product by no means. Again, where we are, as far as guys in their particular positions, can easily change, and so it just forces everyone to go home, right? So this isn't a go home and hop on the video games type deal. You know, like this is a go home and get into our playbooks, right, and learn the defense in its entirety, and that's where the true power is, right? So we can learn what everyone's doing, right? Again, it'll help you play faster.
Is it going to be hard to?
Last one.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Is it going to be hard to pick your a couple of those starters?
Yeah.
All the depth that you have.
Yeah, it is. You know, it is. It is going to be hard to pick. But that's a great problem to have. All right, it's a great problem to have. So, may the best man win. Like I said, we coach everyone to be the starter, right? Because everyone is a starter. Like, you are a starter. Like, because when you step out there, like, there is no backup. Because guess what? You're starting that next play. So you're the starter, bud. And so again, and again, that's just collective mindset again, right? Again, everybody prepares if you're the starter, right? Again, one of the old coaching cliches and all that type of stuff. But it's real, right? It's real. So yeah, it'll be hard, but it's fun. It's fun to be hard, right? Because again, iron sharpens iron, right? And then that's how we make sure we're all strength from there. All right, thank you guys.